Oh, thanks very much for joining us this evening. I'll just start off with what we're going to expect from this evening. So a brief overview of the annual process, a virtual walkthrough of forms, hints and tips, documents you will need to complete your form, and then at the end we'll have answers, questions, feedback from the panel. Okay? Excellent. So a brief overview, this is of the annual rent. So the rent review, it happens every year. It's once a year. After a person is in the property for a year, it happens once a year after that. It's now a digital process. As we know, everything's gone digital, and we did paper, but we had to go digital with the amount of paper work we had to use. It's part of your tenancy agreement to complete it. Digital is more accessible, faster, and it reduces errors. There's no cost attached to residents to complete the digital form. Before this, people had to go and get photocopies done, and they had to, it was costing them money and stamps and all that. So this is cheaper and faster. And forms can't get lost, and you will always have a digital copy. All right.
Okay.
Now, we did a survey after the last assessment was done, and we asked people to give their opinions on how they felt it went. And from that, we have improved the key holder, the online link, okay? So this is called You Said and We Did. So the results of the survey's experience of using key holder last year, what residents were looking was clearer communication about the outcome of the assessment and the date the new rent amount will apply. So they wanted to know what was the new rent and when will it be charged. So we have an automated letter that's sent through key holder, and as well as that, we're sending out a paper copy just to back that up. The next one that we were asked to look at was to give a detailed breakdown of the rent amount, so we can understand why that amount of rent was charged. So for this, you will receive a breakdown of all the income types and how the amount that is calculated using those amounts, all right? And then a greater understanding and kinder communication from staff. Key holder was new to us last year, and it was tough, like it sort of came in very fast, and we hadn't the best understanding. But you know what? We've learned so much over the year, and we know it inside out and upside down now, so there shouldn't be any issues. And if there are any issues, we can help you with them, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. Sorry, bear with me one sec there. Now, did you go through all of those, Mary? Do you want me to go on, or would you like to go through
this one here? I'll do this next. So what was asked for is a better guidance and technical support from staff. So as I say, we know it better ourselves now, and we can give better support to help people to complete it. A step-by-step guide for the key holder platform. We have done that as well. There's a video that goes out with the link, so you can see a step-by-step. Plus we have this as well, where we have people. Anya's going to present now. She's going to fill out the form in front of everybody, show how it's done, and answer questions at the end of it. So we have more to offer now than we did. And we actually worked with the key holder to make the form as straightforward as possible. Like, you don't want to be asked loads of questions that aren't necessary. So it's as straightforward as possible. And then at the bottom here, a paper copy of the rent assessment offered to all residents with the digital platform. So as I was saying, we're sending out everybody, even though they get it through their email, how much their rent will be and from when, they get a paper copy as well, just to make sure that they have received it. Okay, Isa?
Okay.
Now, so more You Said We Did. So the key holder platform to be more user friendly. So as I say, we're making improvements, and we keep making improvements. At the end of this, we will do another survey, and if residents think that there's other ways they can make this work better for them, we are only too delighted to get their feedback. Technical issues on Keyhole platform to be addressed, and we have addressed them, and you will find that it's far better than it was on the launch. It's far better now, and the technical issues were ironed out, and it works very well now. All right. Okay. So here's Anya now. Anya's going to show you how, step by step, the new digital platform and how to complete a rent assessment.
So I'm just going to share my screen with you guys now. So if everybody can see my screen there.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I think for everybody here tonight, this isn't your first time doing a digital rent review form. But for anybody who it is their first time doing a form, you would have received a link. Everybody's received a link by email to go in and fill in your form. And if it's your first time, what you'll be doing is you'll be selecting sign up, this button here. And what you'll be doing is you'll be putting in your details, your name, your last name, your phone number, your email address, and you'll be creating a password. It's really important when you are creating an account with Keyholder that you use the same email address that we have on file for you in Torque, okay? But if you already have a Keyholder account for doing your annual rent review form, you'll just be signing in. So if you created an account last year, you'll just be signing into that account this year. And that's what I'm going to do now. One of the feedback that we had last year in the annual rent review was that the verification codes were coming in not as quickly as we would like. They were taking a couple of minutes and for some people longer to come in. We worked hard with Keyholder this year to make sure that those verification codes came across a lot quicker for you. So they should appear in your email within seconds, if not minutes, when you try to log into your account. If they don't, you can check your spam folder. Sometimes they'll go into your spam folder and you'll find your verification code there, okay? So when you log in to your account, you'll see your request here on the screen. So what you'll do is you'll select View Request, okay? And there'll be a confidential income statement waiting for you there. So you'll select your confidential income statement. At the top of the statement, if you're having any difficulties in filling out the form, there'll be a video there. So you can select the video and it'll walk you through the process of filling out the form, okay? What will happen is, what we've done is we simplified the form for everybody this year. We've tried to make it as user-friendly as possible for you. Okay, so the first page will be pre-filled. So your name will be there, your address will be there, the bedroom count will be there, and your city, county, and air code will be there. If there's anything missing, you can just fill it in yourself. Is that okay? So if everything there is correct, you select continue. And this will bring you to the next part of the form. This is where we will be submitting all income and all members of the household. Okay, so we're going to take myself and we're going to put in the date of birth. Okay, and we'll say, for example, my income is employment and my employment is $350 a week. So I'll be selecting the period as week. Okay, and I'll be adding my proof of income. So your proof of income for employment will be 3 consecutive pay slips. So 3 pay slips, most recent pay slips. If you get paid monthly, you can put in 2 monthly pay slips. If you don't have pay slips, what you can do is you can put in an annual statement from the MyROS, My Revenue app, but pay slips are ideal for employment, okay? So in this case, I'm going to attach my proof of income. For the likes of, I suppose, job seekers, what you can attach there is a picture of your slip. If you collect it in the post office, you just take a picture of the slip of your receipt that you'll be getting your job seekers in the post office from. And if you get it into your bank account, you can attach proof of bank statements. So I'm going to put in an additional income there of job seekers, and we'll put in a weekly period there. And again, for all income, you have to attach proof of those income. The form won't let you continue unless you attach the proof of the income that you've stated on the form. Is that okay? So you can add as much income as you want under each name. It's important to add everybody in the household. So for the purpose of this, we'll say that there's another adult in the household. And to add that, we just go down to the blue button here with the plus sign and the adult. We're going to put in another adult. Okay, but in the date of birth, we can put in some cases, if you have two adults in the property and one adult is earning the total income of the property and the other adult is not earning, one adult is earning for the household. What you can state here is you can state no income. Okay, so the amount will be 0. You would still select a period for the purpose of the form, and you still have to attach proof. Okay, so if there's no income there, you can get a statement from the revenue to state that there's no income for that adult. So you still have to attach proof. Or if it's somebody over 18 in the household who's still in education, they're still classed as an adult. So you would attach proof of their school or their college. And then for anybody under 18, you'll be adding a dependent. So this button here for any of the dependents. And for the purpose of the form, I'm going to add a dependent. Okay, and it's just the name and date of birth that we ask for. Okay. Once everybody in the household is added onto the form and all of your proof of income in the household is attached, that's all that you need. That's all that we're asking for in the form this year. So we have really simplified it. We've brought it right down just to make it much easier to fill out, more accessible for you guys. And we're really just taking the information that we need to assess your rent there in the household, okay? So once the form is finished, you just select finished and you submit. And that's your form complete. That's all that we need. What happens there is the form comes over to us in Torque. We'll take a look at the form. If there's any missing information, what we'll do is we'll send it back to you with that request for more information. You'll receive an email in your inbox to go back in and submit the information. If all the information is there, what we'll do is we'll assess your rent. We will send you back a new rent amount through the portal again. So you'll receive an email of your new rent amount. You go in and you log in and your rent letter will be there. And as Mary said, after the feedback from last year, we're also going to be sending you a letter of your new rent and a breakdown of the assessment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing, Ita, and I'm just going to go back to some questions there that we had based around the form and income.
Yeah, I'll reshare that. So just hang on one sec there. We just had one question come up there, Anya, just on the chat. You might as well address it now. Just what happens if I'm paid bi-weekly?
That's okay. So what you do is you attach your pay slips as normal and you just divide it by 2. And put in that amount on the form. We will take a look at all proofs. So we will, and we always use the proof of income to do the calculations. So you can divide it by 2. The way we would calculate it would be your income minus your 3 taxes. So it would be minus PRSI, USC, and PAYE. And then we divide it by 2, and that's where we would get your weekly income from. Is that okay? Another question there that we have is, I forgot to add an employee statement to the rent request. It won't let me now. So what happens is when you send your form over to us, it closes off the form. So it means that you can't add anything to it thereafter until we open it and either send it back to you or assess it. So if you feel like you didn't add all of the information that you wanted to, you can give the office a call. You'll get through to Catherine there in the rent department or somebody in the Torque department, and they'll be able to request to get the form reopened for you. So you can go back into your back office and attach what you need to attach there, okay? I see just another question coming in there about maintenance payments. So if you state just maintenance on the proof of or on the form. If you have proof of maintenance payments, that's perfect. It can be a bank statement where they're making the payments weekly, or it can be a letter from the person making the payments to you. That's absolutely fine. You can just take a picture and upload it to the form as your proof. Another question there was registration on the app last year did not work for me. So I want to delete all accounts relating to me on Keyholder app so I can re-register properly for my rent assessment. So if the app last year didn't work for you, it would have more than likely been the email address that your account was attached to. So give us a call, update your email address, notify Catherine there in the Rent team, and she will send you out your digital form through the app again. That's no problem at all. We can do that for you. Another question there is, where do I get the statement as proof of my disability payment? So if you're receiving your disability payment into your bank, you can upload a bank statement. You can get, if you can't get a bank statement online, you can get one sent out to you, take a picture of it and upload it that way. If you receive your disability in the post office and you get a slip from the post office, you can take a picture of that and upload it as well. The form is, we've really simplified it. We've really condensed it down to only get the information that we need. And it's really useful. I suppose what Mary touched on earlier on, we used to do it by paper form, and it used to cost a lot of money for people to be printing off statements or printing off proofs of and sending them in. In this case, all you have to do is take a picture on your phone and upload it to the form and send it across to us. So hopefully that's more convenient for everyone. Does anybody have any more questions in relation to filling out the form?
I think there's one there on bank statements. Did you see that one? Sorry, you did see that one, Anya?
Let me
Oh,
take
sorry.
a wee look.
How many bank statements, or just one page to show the payment?
Yes, so ideally we'd like to see 3 consecutive payments there. So if they're on one page of your bank statement, that's absolutely fine. If they're on 2 pages, just as long as we can see the 3 consecutive payments coming in. For a bank statement, we only look for the income to make sure that it matches the income that you've stated on your form. That's it. That's all we use them for. And it's important to know as well, any form that's submitted here is held on your account on our housing system, which is password protected. We don't retain any other copies anywhere else. Is that okay?
For follow-up, contact Rent Department, and there's the number on that. So that's great. Any other questions in the chat or anything else we can help with?
Nothing else coming up there on the chat at the moment. Just if you want to send me a direct message there regarding the last poll we had there, just send me a little message through on that. That's perfect. I'll take a note of that if you want to, and we can follow up with you directly.
Okay.
Helena's just asking here. Can I ask you a question? Is there a Q&A after? So we can ask Helena. Helena, you can unmute yourself there, Helena. Can you unmute yourself? Or do I have to do something in controls here? Just bear with me one. Yes, you're there, yeah. Helena. How are you?
I'm okay. I was just looking for Catherine, as she's the person I'm dealing with. And if she's not there, would one of the rest of you be free afterwards when the session is closed, or do I wait till office hours?
Well, you can. Is it a general question that I might be able to help you with now, Helena? No.
Quite unique, as like myself.
Okay, so it's specific to your account of the house.
Specific to me and me only, like everything else in the world.
That's okay. What I would say is it might be best maybe I'll let Catherine know that you want to speak with her directly, and she might give you a wee call back then tomorrow. Is that okay to help you out with your form? Okay. If she doesn't, either myself or Mary will contact you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be great. Perfect. It's just a heads up about something.
Okay.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I'll ask for the forms to be sent. Now you're saying it's all digitalized, but I wasn't on it last year, and I won't be on it this year or any other year either.
There are a few exceptions, Helena. There are people.
That's okay. As long I've asked already for the forms. They haven't come yet. But
see you tomorrow, Helena. Don't you worry about that.
That's all right.
We'll get a form.
Okay, I'll just click mute again now. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Helena. Thanks for that. That's great. Thank you. I think that's it. Mary, is there anything else you want to add?
No, just to thank everybody for coming here tonight and for showing the interest and trying to help us. We're trying to go digital with we're trying to get rid of all these paper forms. So it's lovely for you to take your time out to join us. We're very grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah. And of course, when you are filling out your forms, if you do have any issues or difficulties, I know the video is there at the top of the form that you can go through, but you can call in at any point and we're happy to help you through the form.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
brilliant. Okay, I think that's it for this evening. Thanks to everyone for taking the time to come online. We're delighted to have you, and thanks to Mary and Anya and Claudia, of course, as well. Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
very,
thank
very
you.
Thank
much
you.
indeed. Thanks a
Have a good
million.
evening.
Good
Thank you.
evening. Bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now. Bye-bye.
Bye.